Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have 5 teams for you for the Wyrmrun faction event. We got high, we got mid, we got low, we got pure 500 and deathless 500, both done on screen for you so you know that it still works and all that good stuff, just to show you that it works, you know. Alright, so in the shop you're going to want to buy up to the weapon here, the Dragon's Talon, if you don't have it. If you do already have the weapon, what I do is buy up to the new troop. So I buy up to like tier 3. I think I always get it done from tier 3, so should be alright. You'll get the enchant potion, the explode potion, and the new troop. So for everything you buy in the shop, you're getting something. Enchant potion, explode potion, new troop. So, and the new troop's pretty good. It does, changes purple to skulls and then summons a Wyrmrun troop, which isn't too bad, you know. I'm going to try to use it on my pure faction team, so I think that's the last fight of the video. But, yeah, I try to use the new troop while I do the pure 500 on 500 live here. So here we have the low-level team. You got the Gargoyle team, which almost always works for low-level players. You're going to find as a low-level player, you're going to do teams like Triple Balder, you're going to do teams like Gargoyles, and you're going to do teams like Rowan. So if you don't have anything, all the epic and under teams, like for faction events at least, Gargoyles, Balder, Rowan, kind of think of that, maybe Guardians, and that'll cover most things that you need to do. But yeah, Gargoyle with just a Mountain Crusher and a Harpy Mage, like super easy, accessible, low level. Gargoyle you can get in the underworld. Harpy Mage you get in the underworld. Mountain Crusher you get with Mastery, just Brown Mastery. Follow along with my new account playthroughs or my beginner videos. That'll help you get all the good Mastery weapons and stuff like that. But probably one of the most accessible low-level player teams in the game. It's useful for red, useful for brown. Especially red, because you got Harpy Mage as well, who's an underworld, easy-to-get mana generator. When you're doing something like a faction event, Harpy Mage, you got the Enchant Potion, the Explode Potion. It starts with 75% mana. You blow up the board, you got Enchant, you're getting 2 mana every turn, so she gets up on second turn every single fight. She's the second turn in power, pretty much. So Leprechaun's a first turn in power. Harpy Mage, you gotta wait till second turn, but it's every single time. It's nice. So just get up your Gargoyles, cast on 2 slot, finish them off, and she'll get you all the way through. You know, you got your hero, you're using Geomancer to 50% start everything. Your Harpy Mage is your mana generator, your Mountain Crusher is your mana generator, then your Gargoyles are going to be hitting pretty hard, you know, as a beginner, going as far as a beginner would go and all that. You could probably go all the way, though. Make sure to use Medal of Seasons for your Gargoyles so they can hit harder because they boost off of attack, and Medal of Seasons gives you more attack. Up your Horde level a little bit too, y'all. You know, 111, 133, 155, 177, one of those soft caps. Get your quality to 10, all that. Make sure you do all the rooms. Do them in treasure multiplier order if you want to do it perfectly. To make sure you get enough points, to make sure you get all rewards. And whether or not you have, you know, we're doing Tesla here, so I'm going to go over all this. Like, everybody knows about Tesla, right? So Tesla 1, Tesla, Holy Saint Astra. It's a perfect time to do Tesla, who's the best legendary in the game and one of the fastest troops in the game. If it wasn't for dragons, Tesla would be way up there. So, Tesla, if you do not have a bunch of dragons. And even if you do, like, I might use Tesla. But Tesla 1, Tesla, Holy Saint Astra, Plague Lord class to make herself human, 50% start. You could do a different human class if you want to level it. And probably a good time to do that because you can 50% start yourself. So, yeah. And Tesla boosts off of everything's armor. So it doesn't matter if you put her in first slot. You might as well put her ahead of the wand so the wand's not blocking her at all. So she'll get up super fast. So that's why I have 1 in first slot, then the wand. The wand can catch everything else. You know, Tesla will catch blue and red. The wand will catch every single other color. So just do like a blue-red banner, a red-blue banner, minus whatever. Doesn't really matter. I think I do brown or something like that. And should be off to the races and easily get this done super fast. But yeah, make sure to do every single room. Make sure to do it in treasure multiplier order. You don't get to like skip straight to the boss. Somebody asked this question in my comments, like, when do you do every room and when do you skip straight to the boss? Well, you do every single room when you're doing an event, like a faction event where there's a overall reward and there's a shop and stuff like that. That's when you do every single room. And you'll do every single room until you get all rewards. And then you can skip to the boss. Just do the bare minimum amount of rooms and just get to the boss. If you want to make more progress in the event, like overall in your underworld. Because it counts towards like what level you're on in your underworld and your renown and all that. So if you're doing like the underworld not outside of an event, you don't have to do every single room if you don't want to, unless you're like farming or something. But if you're just making progress in the underworld, you don't have to do every single room. If you're doing an event, that's when you do every single room until you get all rewards, and then you can skip to the boss. So hopefully that clears that up for some people out there. But the high-level team, another one that's probably fairly obvious. I think the main thing for this video is going to be going over the pure faction and stuff like that, but maybe the low-level team. But most of y'all know out there, especially if you've been watching me for a while, that Tesla's amazing if you can use it. The dragons with double Kafru and Essentia is like meta right now, so I'm definitely like, I gotta show it. So Chrysantherax, Kafru, Essentia is perfect for this event. You should blaze through it. Like I was about to say earlier, it doesn't matter if you have it on 500. It doesn't matter if you have it all the way done. It's the event right now. Please do it. You'll get a ton of gold. You'll get all the rewards from the event, orbs, and then you'll get a ton of gold too, plus a bunch of other stuff. So make sure you're doing this event. It's not a good time to be skipping an event. The only event that's worth skipping these days is like arena, maybe class events if you have them all on 100. But it's so easy to get those 25 gems, you might as well do them. But don't skip these, please. I beg you. You gotta do them. Because then you'll be out there farming gold. You'll be out there without certain orbs, like, you'll wonder why. And that's probably why. But usually your Chrysantherax will just get up, you cast it, you win. This is how, there's like no, it's the win button. This is what I call the win button. Because you do not have to do anything. All you do is push the button and win. Like, it's pretty much literally the win button. Kafru is getting your mana for you. You don't have to match anything. Essentia is 50% starting the dragon. The dragon starts with half of its mana, and then Kafru blows up the board. Your Explode Potion blows up the board. The Enchant Potion gives you mana too. Your dragon just gets up automatically on first, second turn. You cast it, you win. It's like the win button. You have to do nothing except for push the win button, which is Chrysantherax's spell. No thinking involved, other than like which room you go to and treasure multiplier order and all that. And if you don't do that, no thinking at all. So, but here's the Deathless team. Once again, if you've been following along with me and watching me for a while and seen any other faction event, like, this is what I always do for Deathless because it always works. So why fix what isn't broken type of deal? Like, that's a good trait to have in as a person. Like, don't fix what isn't broken type of deal. You know what I mean? So High King Irongut, Essence of Evil, Zul'Goth, and Harpy Mage. So sometimes we use Harpy Mage, sometimes we use Leprechaun. But it's really, really good. Works every single time for me. It's got like a 99% win rate. Nothing ever dies on my team. We got Elementalist class. I'm just showing the last fight pretty much here because, I don't want to make the video too long. But, pretty much win, like, so many things about this team that makes it to where you're just not going to lose any troops at all. First of all, High King Irongut, Devouring is gaining stats. Then he gets an extra turn. You can up his horde level. You up your horde level, you make your attack 100 pretty much. So you got Medals of Seasons, you got your horde level. All those things together, plus just your regular stats, should get you up close to 100% Devour rate, because it's based off your attack, and you can get your attack super high when you're doing a faction event. So he gets a really high percent chance to devour. Once he devours, he gains a bunch of health, he gains a bunch of armor, he gains a bunch of attack, so he's hard to kill. Gets an extra turn. Your hero's doing Essence of Evil, tying them up, making sure they can't do anything. Also another instant kill possibly with Terror. Elementalist, every time you get an extra turn, is tying up the enemies. Zul'Goth, another instant kill, throws a bunch of skulls on the board. Your High King Irongut has been devouring. It has a bunch of attack. It crushes their face in with skulls. Harpy Mage, second turn in power, just getting everything up. So, super easy, always works. So, Deathless 500 should not be a problem. Alright, here is the Pure. So I did try the new troop, and it worked great. Like, this is super... It was super easy until the last fight. And then the last fight, it got a little bit hairy, but I think we were fine. I almost did it Deathless. I was about to be able to title this, so I did Pure Faction Deathless. That was so close. I did every single fight without losing a troop. You can see right here. We got the Terror Wyrm, I think its name is. The Great Wyrm, and then the new one. The new troop. Which is called Drake Eggs. And has a summon. So now Wyrmrun has a summon as well. So Terror Wyrm is going to, when you cast it, it's going to gain attack and armor, and then explode like 3 random gems. The Great Wyrm hits all enemies with spell damage, but also puts a couple skulls on the board every turn, so we got 2 of those. Then we have the Drake Eggs, which can convert purple to skull and summon a troop. So, for me, that was lining up quite a bit, and I was able to cast the Drake Eggs just to get some skull damage. Didn't even lose a troop the entire time. Once we got to the last fight, though, I did lose a troop, finally. But it wasn't that big of a deal, I ended up winning. But the whole strategy, the whole time, see how I summoned and I got my Terror Wyrm back? Like, come on, let's go. My strategy for this was, you know, take skulls, because you don't want to get hit by skulls. If there's no skulls to take, you cast your Terror Wyrm. If there's no skulls to take and no Terror Wyrm to cast, you cast your Great Wyrm. If you ever have alignment with your Drake Eggs, just cast it. So pretty much the Drake Eggs has the highest priority, because if you have alignment with the Drake Eggs, you're going to want to do it, because you're going to get an extra turn, and then it's your turn again. But otherwise, if you don't have the Drake Eggs, I would say Terror Wyrm has the priority, because you're going to want to build up that attack and armor, and like blow up the board and whatnot. So a lot of the times you're just going to be taking skulls, because you're going to be throwing up the skulls in the first fight and in the last fight. Like, they have a Great Wyrm too, a bunch of skulls go on the board. You really don't want to be taking a lot of skull hits, so you're going to be taking skulls just so you don't have to, you know, get hit by them. But sometimes you will cast Terror Wyrm even when you have a skull hit, because like if there's a situation where you could take a skull, but also there's no way you can prevent them from taking a skull the very next turn, why not cast Terror Wyrm instead? Gain some armor, gain some attack, blow up the board, change the board. They were going to get skulls anyway, so who cares if you blow up random gems and they get skulls? It was going to happen anyway. So, and you get to gain some armor and attack, and then you probably get to hit them with skulls too. So, it's one of those things. It's not like you don't cast like the Great Wyrm over and over and over for spell damage. I mean, you could, I guess, if you have like really high horde level and really high stats and you're hitting them very hard with your AoE damage. I guess that could be a way to go about it. But this way, the way I was doing it, I almost did it deathless until this last fight here. And I think it was just like their Great Wyrm throwing extra skulls up on the board kind of, you know, made it to where there's just too many skulls and I lost a couple troops. But I still had my summoner. I could have summoned right there. It would have been fine. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. I would say Terror Wyrm, Great Wyrm, Drake Eggs. Just look for that alignment. Cast that Terror Wyrm. Take skulls. Cast the Great Wyrm if there's nothing else going on. You should be okay. I breezed through it so easily until the last fight. So you should be able to get that one done, I would say. But yeah, that's it for this one. Sunday, I'll probably do a live stream. So stay tuned for that. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.